Hey guys, welcome to the brand new episode of the Straight Up podcast. I am your host, Calvin, and today I'm joined by two of the four creators, Lee and Brandon. How you guys doing today?
It's all good, all good.
Pretty good.
Okay. All right, Lee. Well, Lee and Brandon, I want to thank y'all so much for joining us today. And if you have not been following us on social media, please follow us. You can find us on Facebook at Straight Up the Show, YouTube Straight Up, Twitter Straight Up the Show, and on Instagram at Straight Up Show. Follow us on all platforms as you can. Like, subscribe, follow, and share it if you can. But if you haven't been following us, you'll know that we're doing we're turning 30. Millennials are turning 30. Some have not. Some have already been 30 for a while. But we're turning 30. So we want to kind of bring everything together. And I think that y'all can agree with me that we all love video games, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we started this bracket to where we talked about the best video games ever. So we're going to go through this bracket. And I think that we all have our favorite video games, but we've broken it down to 4 categories, which is fighting, sports, action adventure, and RPG. So this is how it's going to go, okay? So it's going to be it's 3 of us. We're going to talk about each game. I think we have 64 games, I think. And we're going to talk about each game. We're going to get each round 1. And so what's going to happen is that we actually put our money where our mouth is. So if you have the perfect bracket, we're going to pick, you get how much, Brandon? You get how much?
$200.
$200. And we're doing that because I know everybody's going through a lot right now. So we want to find a way to give back and try to help out as much as we can, but have some fun while we're doing it too. Okay, so $200 for the perfect bracket. And the way we're going to do this is that I want to give a game out, okay? And each game gets a vote, and then it goes to the next round. So, example, if I say, hey, all right, up next we have Street Fighter versus Primal Fury. Is it right? Primal or Impact? I don't know. I forgot which one it was. I'm already messing up already. But anyway, we have Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. And Brandon says Mortal Kombat. Lee says Street Fighter. Well, I am the deciding factor, and I'll give my vote. And then that one goes on. Now, here's the catch. There will be 3 wild cards. The wild card says, hey, you know what? I really believe that Street Fighter should surpass Mortal Kombat. I'm going to use my one wild card, and that one video game automatically gets to the next round. I have one, Lee has one, and so does Brandon. So at any time during this whole thing, we can use it, but they all each get one. So do you guys understand the rules or what?
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to start in the first category. It's going to be Street Fighter versus Dead or Alive. All right, so Brandon, which one do you pick?
Well, for this one, I'm definitely going to have to go with the... honestly, Street Fighter is the best game, so... I like Dead or Alive, but for in terms of like the best games and like the mechanics and everything, Street Fighter kind of outdo Dead or Alive.
Okay. Hey man, you can't beat Ryu and Ken and Zangief and man, I love Street Fighter so much, so I'm gonna go with Street Fighter. Lee?
I'm gonna go with Street Fighter 2 because I'm not a gross pervert.
All right. Well, once again, so I think it's a clean sweep. Street Fighter advances. All right. Next up, we have Injustice versus Fatal Fury. Lee, you go first.
Man, that's actually a tough one. Both of these are really good. I'm probably gonna go with Fatal Fury because it's been around a lot longer and I have a lot more memories tied to it.
Okay, Brandon.
So I'm judging by how these games are, like in terms of like professionals playing it. Fatal Fury has a tighter system than Injustice. Injustice is still kind of newish, so they haven't like really perfected what they're doing. So we're gonna have to go with Fatal Fury on this one because how the fighting system works.
Okay, well, I guess Fatal Fury goes through because I actually wanted to pick Injustice because I'm a big superhero buff, and I'm glad that they actually did something like this. And see, they actually have all the characters, and they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in it. So when they did that, I was like, "Yep, definitely. I'm just done. You can have all my money. Here you go." But I chose Injustice, but you both chose Fatal Fury, so Fatal Fury advances. All right. Next up, we have Marvel versus Capcom and Def Jam Fight for New York. All right, Brandon, we start with you.
See, this is another one where okay, I've actually played both Marvel vs. Capcom and Def Jam. Marvel vs. Capcom is going to get my vote once again because of the system and the way you really play. But like the other ones before, I like the characters in, that are alive, Injustice, even Def Jam. But overall better game is Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay. All right, Lee, what about you?
Oh, this is another toughie. Both are fantastic, and oddly, both are like stuck in licensing hell.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with music.
But I would have to give it personally to Marvel vs. Capcom because I want to take you all for a ride.
All right. Well, definitely that is it's going to the next round. Clean sweep. I'm the same way, man. When you got Mega Man and you got Captain America, and like when you do the combos, like even playing it till this day with the graphics and everything, I think like you doing the main combo and like it's just so much explosion and like just doing the combos together. It just, man, it is a thing of beauty. Even if the system's like old, like there's the combos and when they power up, I love it, man. You can't beat it. So clean sweep for Marvel vs. Capcom. It goes to the next round. All right. So next up is Super Smash Bros. Versus Skullgirls. Me, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Super Smash Bros. Because I never played Skullgirls.
I was just about to say, where did this Skullgirls even come from? Because I have never even heard of it.
Am I the only one that's played Skullgirls?
You are probably the only one that has played Skullgirls. Was Skullgirls girls gonna get your vote?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, clean sweep.
I'm a huge Smash Brothers fan, so I have to give it to that anyway. But if y'all don't know, Skullgirls is a one-on-one fighting game, but the theme of it is like 1920s cartoons. Like if you ever saw like the old Mickey Mouse short Steamboat Willie, like all the characters look like that, but they're all like these kind of like deformed-looking girls. But it's a solid fighting game.
I mean,
Smash Brothers.
Does it have like a similar system to Blaze Blue, or?
It's kind of up there. It's very Street Fighter-y. It has those, quarter circle, half circle motions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with, like I said, Super Smash Bros. Because ethnically, I don't like Steamboat really. So yeah. Just kidding. All right. I'm just kidding. Have y'all seen that on Disney Plus? Like, if you go back and look at like some of the old cartoons on Disney, they'll put like this show was created during a time where like it's basically saying like during the civil rights time.
Really?
Like they address like the racism of the stereotypes in the cartoons as a warning. Like, I mean, like I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because I mean, like if it's that bad, why are you still playing it? Like Dumbo.
Oh, dude. It could be so much worse. They could put Song of the South on Disney Plus.
Yeah, we're just gonna so we're gonna stay away from that. But anyway, so I think we all gonna agree that Super Smash Bros. Advances. Sorry. All right, going to the next one. This is a hard one. Okay, Primal Rage versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter. Now, I played both of these, and this is taking it way back for a lot of you millennials. I went way back to where they had grocery store video games, not Walmart's, but like actual like arcade games at the grocery store. You play it. I played both of these games, and it's very hard to pick one. So, I mean, Lee, I'm gonna give it to you. Which one do you pick?
So I never played the arcade version of Primal Rage. I'd only played it on the Super Nintendo.
Right.
and I always thought it was kind of an ugly game.
Mhm.
But I watched the arcade version, like someone play it last week, actually, like on a YouTube video, and I was like, wow, this actually looks really good. It has that like
Yeah.
almost claymation thing kind of going for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I'm a ride or die TMNT guy, so I got to give it to Tournament Fighters
All right.
because
All right.
that was the better Super Nintendo game of the two as well. So I'm gonna give it to
Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right, Brandon.
With Primal Rage, like I had to really look that one up because I really don't remember it. I have played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the arcade, so I'm gonna go with that one. Also because when I looked it up, I do think TMNT has a better. Just playing it is probably better.
Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna go another clean sweep with TMNT. Sorry. All right. So next one we have. This might be kind of hard for some people, and this could be debatable, but it's Dragon Ball Z, all their fighting platform games, up to Tekken. So I'm gonna take this one first. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, this is hard. I'm gonna go with Tekken because I mean you got a great storyline. I don't know. Ooh, as video game wise, Tekken. I'm gonna go with Tekken. I did play DBZ on the computer PC first. I couldn't get the buttons on the actual system, but as far as just like the arcade mode and tag team tournament to put in the bowling on Tekken, I'm gonna go with Tekken. Brandon?
See, I'm gonna have to go with DBZ because of DBZ Fighters. Dragon Ball Z. Well, here's the thing: Dragon Ball Z Fighters allowed people that was terrible at fighting games actually be able to be able to not only compete but like just get to other people's standards of like a true fighting games, like in esports. So. Dragon Ball Z, because of Z Fighters, that's why I have to put it against Tekken. Tekken's latest game was great, and it did add that great story element that ties a lot of stuff together. But as a great game, like DBZ Fighters, because of what it did.
All right, Lee. Choices. This is pretty big, man. We're 1-1. So you have the deciding vote. Is it going to be Dragon Ball Z or Tekken?
Well, Calvin, I hate to disappoint you, but y'all are about to find out that your pal Lee is a big Tekken hater.
Whoa!
I have played so many versions of that game and it has never clicked with me.
Eddie Gordo?
Dude, he's the only character I can play as, and I can only like mash buttons with him, and I hate it. I hate it so much. But on the flip side, Dragon Ball Fighters has become the fighting game that me and my friends get together and play. Like, we'll dabble around with other fighting games, but we keep going back to Dragon Ball Fighters. That's how good that game is.
Keep in mind what Lee just said. It has brought people that has had terrible experience with fighting games. They actually are able to play it. That's why I have to put Dragon Ball Z Fighters and Dragon Ball Z ahead.
I think should I use my wild card on this one?
That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's why I knew this wild card was gonna be an issue. Like,
I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it.
If you're gonna use it, go on and use it.
I'm not gonna use it.
If you're gonna use it, go on and use it.
I'm gonna save it only because this is the only reason why. Only reason why I'm not gonna use my wild card is because DBZ is probably hands down the best cartoon action show ever in history of TV. So. That's the only reason
debatable
why.
As well, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, it is. But since I'm just shocked right now, DBZ goes to the next round. A little sad, but okay. All right. Next up is we have Soul Calibur versus Killer Instinct. Lee, floor is yours.
Oh, this hurts. I love both of these so much. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Ooh. You know what? I think I have to give it to Soul Calibur.
What the?
Just because they added a custom character creator.
Okay.
I thought they
And I
did.
love them for that.
Oh, come on.
So,
All right, Brandon. Soul Calibur for Lee. So, Brandon, I'm assuming that you're gonna go with
Killer Instinct is Soul Calibur is great, and the learning curve is easier. Killer Instinct is because of the fighting system and just the characters as well. They have great characters as well. Like,
Right.
I just think it's better.
I'm the same way, and so I think that I'm sorry to disappoint you, and this is not payback, but I'm gonna go with Killer Instinct because Soul Calibur, to me it was hard to do combos, and I just hated it, and I felt that Killer Instinct was better.
Fun thing about that, Calvin. Soul Calibur is made by the same people that make Tekken. So if you don't like the combo system in Soul Calibur, I got news for you.
Well, you know what? Maybe. Well, technically, but just the rebuttal. Soul Calibur came out when I was younger, so Tekken was more. I was able to grow with Tekken. Soul Calibur was right before I was watching my cousins play video games and wanted to play. He wouldn't let me, so I was able to get my own system. So so I'm more happy with Tekken, but it doesn't matter because it's past history now, and I can be salty later. All right. All right, so this one, I think this next one's going to be, so I guess Killer Instinct goes next, all right? Just letting y'all know. Killer Instinct has went through. All right, so we're at the last one for the fighting round, for the first round, and this is going to be Guilty Gear versus Mortal Kombat. Lee? It's Brandon. Brandon, your turn.
Oh, Guilty Gear. Like, it's just overall better fighting game. Mortal Kombat is, let me do, just heavy stuff to the next person. And, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Guilty Gear is just a better fighting game.
Okay. And I'm going to go with Mortal Kombat because, I don't know. I'm going to go with Mortal Kombat just because the loyalty. And I'm going to go with Mortal Kombat.
It's okay to say that. Yeah.
With loyalty. I'm going to Mortal Kombat.
I played a lot of Mortal Kombat games.
Lee, you had a deciding vote. Mortal Kombat, the last one in round one of the fighting section, Mortal Kombat, or Guilty Gear. Which do you pick?
I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for this. I know it. Because my answer is Guilty Gear.
Yeah, no. You shouldn't get hate mail. You're not gonna. Why should you get hate mail? It's a better fighting game.
My thing is about Mortal Kombat, if you take out the fatalities in Mortal Kombat, you would have a mediocre fighting game.
Exactly.
Oh,
that's all it is.
That is the only reason people are so into Mortal Kombat is
Yeah.
because of the fatalities.
That's
and,
it.
and here, on the flip side, Guilty Gear used to have fatalities, and they took them out, and it's a better fighting game for it.
I'm just wow. Right, you know what? If y'all have hate mail, Brandon's email is, I'm just kidding. All right, so in an upset, and I'm not even going to use my wild card because just for my argument's sake, I'm kind of with y'all on this, but it's because of the fanatic of me. I like Mortal Kombat, but to me, honestly, I'm gonna hate for this too. It's like Madden. It's newer. But it's the same thing every year. You know what I mean? So each time it comes out, it's the same thing. Nothing really changes. The characters do, but that's about it. Anyway, so it seems that we have Guilty Gear, surprisingly, going to the next round. So that's it for the next round. All right? Yeah, so guys, thank you so much. Now, the next section that we're going to do in part of this best video game bracket is going to be RPG. And Lee, if you could tell people who don't know what RPG stands for, what does it mean?
RPG stands for role-playing game, or as the old people that used to shop in the GameStop I worked at called it, role model playing games.
Role model.
I have no idea
games.
why. But no, an RPG is typically like it's like a fantasy setting. You've got a lot of like stats to manage. Like your characters like level up as they progress, but then you can like beef them up in certain ways. And some games like really let you micromanage it. Like even Pokemon to an extent, you can really get in the weeds with the numbers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what RPGs boil down to is math, lots of math.
Okay, all right. Well, lots of math, power ups, and role playing. So that's what this section is all about. Now there might be some controversial because there was some online, and we did make a change. So when we get to the change, we'll let you know. And I think this section, guys, we can be a little fair and let people kind of skate through this section if they have any questions regards to the perfect bracket.
Oh, no, I can't skate through this one. Like this, that's
well. Okay, well you said no.
If we're gonna skate through something, it's gonna be sports.
Okay, well we're gonna get to the argument next, and then it's the last one actually. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and jump into it. You know what? I'm gonna be different this time. I'm gonna start from the bottom up for the bracket. I'm gonna start with World of Warcraft versus Persona.
Whoa! What bracket? These are the changes.
No, this is like I'm starting from the bottom up on the bracket.
Oh, okay. That's what they mean.
We're starting from the bottom section of this. So the next part, we're going to get Persona versus World of Warcraft, and I'm gonna open up with Brandon. Brandon.
This is one of those. World of Warcraft is an MMO, and Persona is RPG. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Persona, because just of the style of the game and just how fun the game is. It's a true RPG. I don't really care for World of Warcraft. Okay.
All right, Lee.
I'm gonna have to agree with Brandon on this one. I've really only dabbled into both franchises, but the aesthetic of Persona is really what draws me towards it more than, say, Warcraft.
So, like I said, once again, I'm a loyalist, and I spent several hours. I spent more hours. I really didn't understand Persona, and so I didn't really care for it. But I understood World of Warcraft, and it keeps going and going and going, which they all do. But I mean, I dabbled in World of Warcraft a lot, so I guess Persona goes through.
I mean, don't feel bad. Right. World of Warcraft is very simple. Persona is very complex,
and that's why I picked it. But anyway, so I guess it's 2 out of 3, and it goes to Persona. All right, continuing to go back up, Kingdom Hearts versus Titan Quest. I'm going to go with Kingdom Hearts. And Lee?
I'm going to go with Kingdom Hearts as well.
All right, so that goes through. So Brandon, just for sakes, which do you pick?
I wish there was something other than Titan Quest. I never even heard that game. But Kingdom Hearts. Okay. Even though Kingdom Hearts been pissing me off lately.
All right, so Kingdom Hearts it is. Queen Sweep. All right. And this is where, this is where we have the change up, okay? Originally, it was supposed to be The Witcher versus Legend of Zelda. Now, we got a lot of flack about this because they said Zelda's not a real RPG, etc. So you all reached out to us and you said that had a lot of situations about this. And so we decided that we're going to put Star Wars RPG in place of Zelda. So now it'd be Star Wars' RPG versus The Witcher. And so, Brandon, what do you pick?
See, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. Because I don't know what all the why you didn't put Star Wars Old Republic. I don't know why there was a lot of that. But whatever. The Witcher is a better game, like the Witcher series. And I'm talking about The Witcher before it even went to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, The Witcher seems to advance because I picked The Witcher as well. I didn't like the. I played the Star Wars RPG like maybe 2 years ago. I didn't really like it. It was too complex once again.
I mean, it's good, but like the whole hype about why is this not on the list? Like, why it doesn't matter? Like, Lee.
Okay. And then, yeah, Lee, you have to decide. So, Lee, it's up to you. The
Well, I mean,
controversial.
I'll tell y'all why people made such a big deal. It's because it's such a huge game series, and it's specifically the Knights of the Old Republic games. In case you're confused as to which Star Wars games we're talking about.
Oh, I know it's that one.
And that would have been my vote because you can download it on a cell phone now.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Well,
Yeah. It like surprised me when I was like going through the Google Play Store. I was like, "Is that Knights of the Old Republic? I can play that on my phone?" And yeah, you can just straight up play it on your phone now. It's awesome.
Oh, can I change my
Xbox
pick now?
Well, see, no, I mean, even so, I know that's the one that they're referring to. But like, other than that, like, you know, my vote still is The Witcher.
Ooh. Yeah, okay, we're still The Witcher. Yeah, still The Witcher. So, sorry, y'all can hate us.
I mean, you got the wild card, Lee, if you want to go and use that.
Lee, do you want to use your wild card? Do you remember?
Because I'm also not that passionate about KOTOR.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's a good game, but like these people.
But I'm just saying I see where other people are coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So looks like that The Witcher advances. All right. So, all right. Ooh, this is gonna be a hard one. So I'm gonna start this one off. This is Mass Effect versus Diablo, and I picked Diablo. I love Diablo. I was on that for a minute, so I like Diablo. All right, so I'm picking Diablo. Lee?
Diablo, hands down.
All right, Diablo passes through. But Brandon, if you're curious, we want to hear. We're curious to see what you wanted to say. Who did you pick?
Once again, Diablo, MMORPG, and Mass Effect RPG. But Mass Effect had a lot of hit and misses. More good than none, but Diablo still gets my vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, Lee, I'm gonna need you to take this one for me, okay? Because we had some issues with this one as well. The next two are gonna be the Elder Scrolls, and I can't pronounce this one, but the Suikoden. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Suikoden.
Okay, well that one. So because I can't pronounce it, I'm gonna use the Elder Scrolls. So
see, people that should get hate mail. That should get hate mail.
Oh, bring it. You know, my haters are my motivators. So
how dare you mispronounce that word you've never read before?
So because I can't pronounce it, I'm gonna say the Elder Scrolls. But yeah, hate mail can be sent to IDon'tCare@gmail.com. All right, so Lee,
man, whoever owns that freaking email address, I'm so pissed at you.
Well,
they thought they were being clever with it, but now they just get nothing but hate mail.
I don't care. Anyway. So Lee, just kind of dabble why people were upset about this one.
That's because we also have Skyrim on there, right?
Yeah.
I think that's really the meat of it. Is Skyrim is part of the Elder Scrolls franchise.
Okay.
And not really sure I have an argument against that, honestly.
Okay. So what would you pick, though?
Between these two, Suikoden, hands down, because that's Elder Scrolls I've never been a fan of, but Suikoden is something that holds a real nostalgic place in my heart because they don't make them anymore.
Okay. And Brandon.
Okay, can I ask Lee some questions? Lee, how is the story with that
yeah,
game?
see? You can't do it too.
I said I thought I call it Suikoden. I call it Suikoden, but he says Suikoden. Suikoden.
Suikoden. I've literally listened to other video game podcasts discuss it, and so I'm just going based on their pronunciation.
Okay.
So you haven't played it?
No. I've played the first 3 of those games.
I mean, did they have a memorable story?
Yeah. The hook of Suikoden is there's this thing called the 108 Stars of Destiny. And in each of the games, that means there's 108 different people you can recruit to your party.
Oh, okay. It's one of those things. Okay. Knowing that does make this harder, but because I am an Elder Scrolls fan and the way that you can add mods to it, and that's like the big thing about Elder Scrolls, I will go Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
But whatever you call it, Suikoden sounds like a better RPG, but I'm gonna go with Elder Scrolls.
Can we just dedicate like 10 more minutes to you guys trying to pronounce Suikoden?
All right, Suikoden. Suikoden. There we go. Suikoden. All right.
I can say it now.
Suikoden. I can say it now. Yeah. But Elder Scrolls moves on. We're gonna move to this real quick. Okay. So up next, where we at now? So we got Suikoden. Dang it. Sorry. Here's another one. Fallout. Baldur's Gate. Brandon, the floor is yours.
Oh, Baldur's Gate, because it's like Dungeons and Dragons, and Fallout just have a lot of Fallouts. So, Baldur's Gate for sure.
All right, Lee.
I'm gonna second Baldur's Gate as well. I never really got into Fallout, and I've dug the few Baldur's Gate games I played.
Okay, well, my opinion doesn't matter, so Baldur's Gate it is. All right. Next up is Pokemon, which is like, blue, shield, silver, black, indigo, rainbow, whatever they all have out, versus the controversial Skyrim.
Okay, wait a minute now. You didn't fix this? Why is Skyrim and Elder Scrolls in the same thing?
Okay, well, do y'all have a collective one we should put in?
No, it's in there now. So I just thought we
let me make a quick argument for Skyrim separately, real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so who have both of y'all, have either of you played any of the Elder Scrolls games?
Yeah.
I've only played Skyrim. Well, no, I didn't play any of them yet. No.
Okay, so Brandon, what about you?
Yeah, I played pretty much all of them.
Okay.
Except the
okay.
Yeah.
My vote's Pokemon. So.
And see, in my experience, as far as like interacting with like people that are maybe more casual gamers, like Skyrim was the first one they played, because if I'm not mistaken, Skyrim got a huge marketing push when it came out.
Okay. Like
even more so than the 360 game that came out before it, Oblivion. Like I remember that was a kind of a big deal launch game for the 360. But then when Skyrim came out, that was like it just dominated all video game conversations for a while. Like I remember talking to people that weren't into video games talking about Skyrim.
Right.
Okay. So that's why it should be separate from the other Elder Scrolls games, because it's better than the other Elder Scrolls games. Let's just say.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so my pick is Pokemon. For obvious reasons. Brandon, what's your pick?
I should have put Suikoden in if I knew this was gonna happen. I'm gonna have to go with Pokemon because I want Skyrim out of there.
All right, Lee.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my reward. Pokemon. That was a Pokemon reference, kids.
That sounds really dirty.
I just need you to pick. I need you to sing the song. But that guitar riff and the theme song, y'all just don't even know. All right, so next up, we have the last one of the RPG round, and I'm gonna let Lee pick first. All right, Final Fantasy versus Valkyrie.
Oh, let's see. That would be Valkyrie Profile is what we agreed on there.
The hell?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Final Fantasy. God, there have been like 30 Final Fantasy games now, and there's only like 3 Valkyrie Profile games. So yeah, I'm going Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Final Fantasy is the choice for this one.
All right. Well, guys, it seems that we wrapped up this RPG section. It seems that Final Fantasy wins the last. Alright, so if you thought the RPG was controversial, and I think the hate mail is up to like 12 right now, if you think that was controversial, our next section is action adventure. And honestly, this is kind of us squeezing in because this is like so broad. So this is us squeezing in like the top games that we think, and we did this by money made, ratings, and popularity, which is all probably the same. But this is kind of how we came up with this list, all right? So once again, hate mail at idon'tcare@gmail.com. we do care if you care, but just try to have fun with it. All right. So up next, starting off, we have Grand Theft Auto versus Call of Duty. Now, mind you, these are probably the two biggest online games being played right now, and at the time we're recording this during coronavirus, stay at home. So, Grand Theft Auto versus Call of Duty. And Brandon, floor is yours.
Both of these games I do not even touch anymore. But Call of Duty has my vote because it will be the game I would be closer to pick up because of how much they adapt.
Okay. I'm going to go with Grand Theft Auto. Because, I'm just, like I said, it's to me, I mean, I hate Call of Duty because it's just, to me, I know it's fun, but honestly, I suck at it. I mean, I get killed, like, right away. At least on Grand Theft Auto, especially online, like, I can see them coming. You know what I mean? But, you get sniped on.
Can you?
Yeah. You can.
I don't know. Not
all the time, but definitely more than Call of Duty, man. I read Pride on Call of Duty, and I just, bam, dead already. So I'm going with Grand Theft Auto, especially, come on, Vice City? Come on, man. Vice City? Soundtrack? Come on, man. Michael Jackson? Vice City, Miami? Come on, man. You got it. Come on, Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, wait. That's a good point. Grand Theft Auto has implemented a lot of things that I forgot because of the music and how, especially 5, how they changed the music and other stuff. So I changed my vote. I do Grand Theft Auto. Can I do that?
Yeah, we're allowed this time. One time.
Yeah. So Lee, what you? I'm very curious about Lee.
Well, I mean, y'all both voted for Grand Theft Auto, right?
So it don't matter. So
no. I'm curious. I'm curious about these votes.
We're still curious.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm not a fan of either franchise.
I know.
But I would pick Call of Duty over Grand Theft Auto just because I've played split screen multiplayer Call of Duty with friends and had a fun time. So that's literally it.
San Andreas has a split screen. You can actually play San Andreas with a friend. That's when he said San Andreas. That's what made me think he's right. San Andreas has implemented even more stuff than Call of Duty.
And let's not talk about they both have transitioned to their graphics. Their graphics have gotten a lot better. But Call of Duty, it's hard because, man, Call of Duty, man, they are racking up on online play. But it's equal. I think they actually are equal online.
Yeah, but it's very repetitive.
Oh yeah. I mean, Grand Theft Auto Online is its own thing now. So
yeah, but like I said, it's a tough one. The hate mail's gonna come. We know it, but we should have fun. But Grand Theft Auto advances. Okay, so this is gonna be a hard section, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right, up next we have Tomb Raider versus Red Dead Redemption. Lee, floor is yours.
Ooh. Once again, neither franchise I'm too attached to. But oh god.
Yeah, all right.
I'm trying to make a case in my head for either one. And I feel like Red Dead is probably the winner because there's so much more going on in that game than there ever has been in any Tomb Raider game.
Right. Yeah.
So I think I have to give it to Red Dead.
Yeah. Red Dead got my vote.
Clean sweep.
Yeah.
Clean sweep with Red Dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
My thing about Tomb Raider is it's good, but it doesn't keep up with the times very well. Even the latest one did not.
There's a lot of garbage Tomb Raider games out there because they were just churning them out for a good while.
Yeah, and she only has 2 guns. So, I mean, it's Red Dead. They're old school guns, but they kind of give you more options, And you can ride a horse. Come on. And you can see a dog eat food. Come on. Anyway, long story short, so Red Dead goes on. All right. Up next, we have Resident Evil versus Metal Gear Solid.
See, now
Lee? Actually, Brandon, it's yours.
This one is a tough one, but I'm going with Metal Gear Solid because of the Metal Gear Solid play style. like the way you play the game. It's very, it's very particular. Resident Evil has hit and misses, but it's a very fun game as well. But Metal Gear Solid is probably the better game.
Okay, Lee?
I'm going to give it to Metal Gear as well, because it's my favorite movie franchise that is just a video game.
And, like, I'm going to go Metal Gear as well because, one, I mean, let's not take credit for both these. Both of these games really made PlayStation. They were the first couple of games when PlayStation came out. So, I mean, like, these are like the OGs of PlayStation. And so they were able to go ahead and make more games of them. But Metal Gear, man, when you get in trouble, bloop, like that alert, man, like it really, that was like the first game I was really in. Well, both of them really, because, I mean, you see on Resident Evil, it scares you. But, man, that when you get caught by the guards, man, that alert just really, man, it makes your heart drop. But even same with, Resident Evil. So it's just, oh, man, it's hard. But I'm going to have to go with Metal Gear as well. Metal Gear goes to the next round. All right. Next one was hard for me as well. Gears of War versus Destiny. And fun fact about Gears of War, the guy who actually made Gears of War is from Shreveport, Louisiana. Did you not know that?
I did not know that crap.
That is crazy. He was a friend of mine. And his dad was the creator. And so when we found out that his dad made Gears of War, we were like, no way. But my pick, honestly, I'm going to have to go with Destiny.
Me personally, I would have to go with Gears, just because I've had more fun with... I've only played the first Gears of War, and I had more fun with it than I ever did with Destiny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the interesting thing, because it seemed like, I don't know, I'm not too big of a fan with both, but I personally have more fun with Destiny than Gears, so I'm going to go with Destiny.
Ooh, wow. Did not see that coming. Ooh, man, hate mail is going to come from that.
I don't think we should get hate. If we get hate mail from this one, like, message me. Right. We got some issues.
Nah, I was kidding. No. All right. All right, so going, okay, like I said, this whole round is controversial. So we're going to go with Batman, the Arkham series versus Halo. Brandon?
No, it's Batman.
Yours?
Batman Arkham. Like that series, like, rocked. Like, just the way the interface, everything about the game. I mean, it had little trouble in the first one, but, like, it picked itself up with the rest of them. Like, Halo is Halo. Please tell me they're not making any more Halos. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Lee?
I'm going to say Batman as well, because every time they announce a new Halo game, my reaction is, people still play those?
See, exactly. Like, please tell me they're not making any more Halos.
Well, man, just like Halo was just like the game you would play, man. But
I mean, you're right. But the thing about it is, like, Halo quickly became just Halo. It really didn't change much. And when they did try to change...
I assume that fan base just went to Destiny, because that's where the developers went.
It was. You're right. And Destiny already went through already, so we're just going to keep it like that, all right?
Yeah.
So Batman wins. And honestly, this kind of side note, Batman Arkham is what Marvel games should be like. Just saying.
Yeah, true. That is.
I mean, it's what they made the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that is Spider-Man.
Literally a Batman game.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah, you're right. All right, next up we have Crash Bandicoot. This is the easy one. Crash Bandicoot versus GoldenEye 007. I'm going to say GoldenEye, of course. But Lee?
It's okay, Lee.
Yeah, I'm going to say GoldenEye, too.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
GoldenEye is a better game. I mean, I think Crash is a better game. Just in terms of the slight mechanics, all the different stuff. I love GoldenEye, but it is still just a shooter.
Man, GoldenEye's classic, man. So,
it's a classic. Crash Bandicoot is classic.
I just have one for. It's hard, But I'm saying, man, and I used to suck at Crash, man. Like you would jump and he would miss the jump, and you would like just I don't know, man. I died more times on Crash than I did GoldenEye.
Because GoldenEye was easy.
Hey, not at 12 years old, it wasn't. All right. So apparently, GoldenEye advances. All right. So next up, we have Star Fox versus Sonic the Hedgehog. This is my time to vote. I'm going to go with Star Fox. Lee, you're up next.
So I was literally playing Sonic Forces last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to vote Star Fox.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sonic has a lot of garbage.
Sonic has a lot of garbage. A lot of garbage.
Like, Star Fox has a little bit too, but way less than Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic has way too much. That's why for me this is very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, Sonic Heroes and Sonic Adventures 2 is like just vote for me. But I think I'm gonna go with Star Fox.
Okay. All right, Star Fox it is. All right, the next up and last for this round is going to be Super Mario versus Zelda. Brandon, it's yours.
Gonna have to go with Super Mario. Zelda is good, but like, you know, just the stack of goodness that Super Mario have. Yeah. Gotta go with that.
All right. Okay. All right, Lee.
So, fun thing, since Mario made the jump to 3D with Super Mario 64, I have not enjoyed a Mario game.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it to Legend of Zelda, because when it made the jump to 3D, I got more into it.
That's true. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
My goodness. Well, unfortunately, Mario reigns supreme. All right. Thank y'all so much for that action adventure round. We're our last one of round one, and this is sports. So this might be touchy to some people out there, but we're gonna get through it. Brandon, Lee, are y'all okay? Checking in on you guys?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I drank my Gatorade. I'm ready for sports.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and electrolyte this list up, and let's do it. All right. So I'm gonna start at the bottom of the bracket on this one, and I'm gonna start with the also ever famous Madden versus NCAA college football. Keep in mind, they don't make this game anymore. They made Madden, so and this is more for collegiate athletes compared to pros. So I'm gonna go with NCAA football because it was so widespread of colleges, and Madden, like I said, it's just the same thing. Doesn't change much. But so I'm gonna go with NCAA football. Brandon,
I'm going with Madden.
Ooh, okay. Lee, you have the tiebreaker. Madden or NCAA football?
Man, that was a very audible sound of disgust when he said Madden. So I've got a question. Is NCAA, are they made by the same people that made Madden, like EA?
Yep.
Yeah, they are still. They're both EA. Yes.
Okay, great. So they're both trash.
Yep.
I'll just go NCAA then.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, so I think people will be fair with that. So NCAA moves on. All right. So up next, and this might be kind of controversial. No, I don't know. Yeah, it might be because
it shouldn't be.
It's Wii Sports versus Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Brandon,
Wii Sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lee,
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports advances. Like I said, we might get some controversial on that one. All right. Next up, we have FIFA World Cup versus Rocket League. Lee, you're up.
I'm gonna give it to Rocket League because it's a really fun take on soccer.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And Brandon, you're
Rocket League.
Oh my! Have y'all not played FIFA?
No, I have not. No, matter of fact, I have. It was on a demo disc on the PlayStation that you got every once in a while. That's when I played that. But I haven't even played Rocket League, but I know for a fact it's a better game.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. I can just see the heck coming around. Anyway, so it looks like that Rocket League advances. Now, some of y'all may be too young for this. I'm just kidding. But NBA 2K versus NBA Jam. NBA Jam was the one you played that had. I'm picking NBA Jam because, man, it was just you get a basketball, and if you're on fire, the basketball will be on fire, and you could throw it through the hoop. And so I'm picking NBA Jam. It's a classic. I'm picking NBA Jams. Brandon, how about you?
Nah, it's NBA Jam.
All right, Lee.
So before we went in, we kind of established that at least me, I'm a sports hater.
Mm-hmm.
NBA Jam is my shit. I love that series. I think it just got like a new Switch game I really want to play, but man, I love those games on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, man, NBA. So NBA Jams, because it was the jam. I'm just kidding. That's pretty whack. I said whack. Nice reference, right? All right. So NBA Jams goes through. Okay. So this right here is, to me, this is, I don't really care who goes with this one, but MLB The Show, which is baseball, versus NHL hockey. I mean, it's hitting a baseball. I'm not really a big baseball person, but I'm picking MLB The Show.
So out of those, the only one I've played was NHL, and I played it with a group of friends that also are like equally sports clueless as I am. So we were figuring out how to play the game as we went on. It literally taught us how to play hockey. So I'm gonna give it to NHL.
Ooh, okay. So NHL versus MLB, we got 1-1. Brandon, you have the tie.
NHL, because I know there's a lot of hockey people around here, so I just want to move past this so the next round can beat it.
All right. So the next one we have is racing. So we have Need for Speed versus Mario Kart. I'm just write this down. This is already a blowout. So can we just go ahead and put Mario Kart through?
I don't know.
I do love Need for Speed, but yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean Mario Kart for some reason just don't get old, so yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, all right. Now here's a hard one, okay? So we have Fight Night, which was also by EA, versus Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Man, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You're two boxers, and the ultimate goal is to be Mike Tyson. Crazy thing is, it's probably almost impossible to beat, but the challenge was worth it. So I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Lee, what do you have?
I'm gonna say Punch Out as well. I've actually played Fight Night. It's a lot of fun, really good, solid game. But Punch Out is just a classic, man.
Did you ever beat it?
No. I think I probably got through like the third person and got whooped.
And you never can fight Mike Tyson.
No.
Brandon, what about you?
Yeah, it's gonna be Punch Out.
Yeah, Punch Out. So Punch Out, it is. All right.
Yeah.
So on our, I think Facebook and Instagram, this next one really got some people arguing. It's WWF No Mercy versus Tony Hawk Pro Skater. This was very hard for me, but Brandon, I'm gonna let you take the floor first. WWF No Mercy or Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
It's gonna have to be Tony Hawk because just all of the things you can do in a Tony Hawk game. Even though the last Tony Hawk game I played was Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pick Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm gonna have to pick it. No, I'm taking it back. WWF No Mercy. That's my pick. Lee, you got the final vote.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater introduced me to Rage Against the Machine, so it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
But the Rock, man.
See, that's the thing. On that game, I played as the Rock all the time, and Kane. So I understand, but like, just Tony Hawk is just a better game. I mean, I understand.
And to wrap this up, though, on this last one and this last vote, the first round, Tony Hawk did give you Rage Against the Machine, and it gave you some classic tracks from rock, which same way. But WWF had the American Badass Undertaker, whose theme music was by Limp Bizkit. So
that's a point against, right?
So what?
That's a point against, right?
I mean, I guess so. But hey, man.
Sorry, all you Limp Bizkit fans out there.
But I guess to wrap up this round, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater wins this one. Okay, so that's the end for round one. We're gonna do round two. So if you guys, this is the end of this part one of this tournament. We're gonna come back with part two. But if you guys listen to this, make sure you go to our Instagram, YouTube, and all of our podcast, social media, and platforms. Tell us, did we get the votes right? Did you like it? What are you looking forward to for the whole thing? And how many bracket busters do we have? I mean, I know mine's busted already. I don't know about y'all's, but mine is definitely busted. What about you?
Oh, I'm quite sure mine is broken. I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know I didn't know I think I have the old version that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Mine needs to make sure.
What about you, Lee? Lee, how you looking over there?
It's about half and half for me. There were a few surprises.
Okay. Well, guys, that's it for round one and part two of this episode. Part one of the episode, sorry. Make sure you go on all platforms and make sure you let us know what you think about it. Give us all the hate mail and all the love if you want. We embrace it all. We don't care. As long as you are having fun and you are being
straight up.
All right. Straight up, right? All right, once again, I'm Calvin. This is Lee. And for Brandon, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Next time, make sure you bring your A game and make sure you stay straight up.
Straight up.